Hello everyone, it's Retail, and I haven't made any video for a while. Well, I say this in my every video, but that's it. Well, I was gone for Chinese New Year for a few weeks and finally got back from the holidays. So this video is the Goth Tag. I saw this on Samantha the Goth Tag, and she tagged every of her viewers, so I think I'm gonna do this since I don't think I ever talk about goth in my video, but the goth subculture is quite a huge part of my life, so I wanna share more of this with you guys. So let's start with the first question, which is, how long have you been goth? I have no fucking idea. I've been into the gothic subculture since I was very young, but then into the goth music and goth culture since I was like 17, around that time. I identified with as gothic and goth before that, but then I realized that what was identified was not really what goth is, so I kinda not sure about it and it kinda gets on and off. I actually totally unidentified with goth inside and out is just 2 years ago. So I think maybe that's it. 2 years? And then the next question is, how were you introduced to goth? Well, like I said at the first question, since I was a kid, I'm grown up with the Addams Family cartoon and the movie, and I'm a huge fan of Tim Burton's movies since I was a kid. So that's kinda like my my foundation of goth culture. The first time I learned about the term gothic is from Gothic Lolita. Because I'm a fucking Asian, I get into Japanese culture way much easier than Western culture. And then some visual kei Japanese gothic band. They are not really goth, but this was my idea of goth. Like I say, it was wrong, but there was when I started identify and interesting in gothic culture. And then the first Western band I ever get into is Evanescence. Is just another Christian, and then of course it's Marilyn Manson. And because of I get into Western goth culture from these two bands, so my idea of Western gothic culture is symphony metal bands like After Forever with Temptation, Nightwish, those kind of music. The more I get into Western rock and roll, I find out my biggest interest is in the alternative rock and alternative punk. My all-time favorite band is Smashing Pumpkins, and they're like one of the key points where I introduced to the real gothic music because they are more alternative rock and dream pop sound, so I get into more these two kind of music. And because of dream pop, I get into dark wave, and the Frozen Autumn is like the very first goth band I ever heard. And also because of Bill Corgan's solo album, he has a collaboration with Robert Smith, and that's where I get into the Cure. I think that's how I get into from the goth culture into the goth subculture, and it just keep growing on me. The third question is, what goth subgenre would you put yourself in? None. I think I would say I'm just gothic because I think I'm more a goth person than totally a goth. I think this is kinda one of the definition of romantic goth, but I don't dress like or into that much of literature and poem, and my look is kinda new romantic and witchy look. I'm not saying that I'm witch, but my fashion style is very inspired by witch, and yeah, so just gothic. The first question is, what do you believe to be the basis of the gothic subculture? It's a gothic, not goth subculture, so I would say the aesthetic. Well, if the question is about the goth subculture, then it would be the music, obviously. But since it's a gothic subculture, and I would say that goth subculture is the part of gothic subculture, but it's more music based and the 80s goth band style. And the gothic subculture is more based and about the gothic aesthetic, like the literature building. If you want go back to the beginning of the term gothic started, and point the movie and everything is gothic aesthetic, and that's part of the reason why I identify more as gothic than goth. And then the fifth question is, what do you dislike about being goth? Drama and the pissing game about who is the gothiest goth that ever gothed. Oh, also, there is no other goth, and I know in my area, and very few goth events that I know. So I don't really know any other goths in reality. That's kinda sucks. I have a few gothic friends, but none of them that really into the gothic subculture or not even the goth subcultures. So if you are goth and you are in Taipei and you are interested in being a friend, come and find me. Don't be shy. Then the sixth question is, what do your parents think of it? Well, they think it brings a lot of negative of me, and I should be more outgoing and positive and not like best. I don't go visit my family full on goth, so I'm not sure what they will say about all this stuff, but that's pretty much it. Just they always just want me to be normal and simple, which is nothing I am. Then the next question is, eyebrow or no eyebrows? My eyebrow is quite like my trademark and my best feature, I would say. So, but I think this question is more like shift or not. Well, I only have a very tip of my eyebrow. The rest of them are drawn on. This is kind of like the answer. Is drawn on eyebrow and big arch over dramatic Boy George eyebrow. Yes, Boy George is the god of eyebrows. Just let me put this out. And then the next question is, what is your favorite band? Since this is the Goth Tag, I'll just put the category within the Goth genre. So it would be The Cure and The Awakening and Bauhaus. I think my top three. That's it. My top three goth band. 9. Your opinion on Marilyn Manson. I fucking love Marilyn Manson. I think I should talk more about it. Talk more about the relationship between Marilyn Manson and the gothic subculture. I think a lot of goth especially in my generation, was introduced into the Gothic culture by Marilyn Manson. So you can't really say he have nothing to do with goth culture. But well, his music is not goth music, but he is a big The Cure fan, and a few of his early work is actually sound kinda gothic. As a person, I do consider him as a goth, but of course his music type is not gothic. But I always thought industrial is kind of the gothic sibling kind of genre. So that's my opinion of Marilyn Manson, and Marilyn Manson is definitely one of my top favorite band for all time. His lyrics and music, yeah, helped me through my teenage angry years, like a lot of other people in my generation, and his lyric made me think and question about things I didn't before. So he was kind of like a role model in my teenage years. And the final question is, what were your baby bait days like? Like I said in my how I introduced into the goth culture, my baby bait years was kind of confusing, and I only started dress up myself since I'm like 17 or 16, and so I experienced a lot of different things. And yeah, of course, every girls have the to be extreme and just put everything you think is gothic on yourself, and they don't go together, that kind of type of things. But my bad years will be like, one day I'm kinda gothic and the other day I'm kinda sing or raver, and the other day is more Japanese punk rock. Kind of a confusing state of me. More like experience what suits me the best. Yeah, that's I still change my style and my makeup and everything a lot, but it's because I already find a style of me that belongs to myself. So no matter what change I make, I still look like my style. Like I'm able to put different style of things into my style and translate it into myself. And that's what we call goth is what you make it. About that, it's not saying that everything is goth, but you can make everything goth and in your own way. So I have no idea why I say this, but I think about making a style progressing video next, so you will see my baby bath ears in that video. And by the way, I really don't like the term baby bath. Just like what I said about what I dislike about the goth subculture is the term baby bath is kinda says you are less goth than other people, so it just, well, this is about this Goth Tag, and hope you enjoy it. I haven't speak in front of the camera for long, so I'm stuttering the whole video, and hope you can understand what I'm saying and tell me your opinion about it. And if you do a Goth Tag, and send me a link so I can watch it and share it with you guys. So that's it, and see you next time, hope soon. Bye bye.